Today we're going to be doing the circular cast on with the magic loop method rather than using double points in the center. This is my favorite cast on. You're able to draw up the center of the circle so that there's no visible seam. It's just really great. To start out, hold your yarn up with the tail end to the right. Lift the tail end over the working yarn and hold that little circle with your ring finger and your pinky. You want to keep your index and your pointer finger separate so that you have a place to put your working yarn. So we're going to secure it there. To do an even number of stitches, you need to start outside the circle first. There's your first stitch. Go into the circle, over the working yarn to grab your second stitch, over the working yarn to grab the third, into the circle, over the working yarn to grab the fourth, over the working yarn to grab the fifth, and back into the circle to grab the sixth stitch. So I've got 6 stitches right here on my needle, and I'm going to show you how you draw up the circle. Don't worry if it's not fully tight. You can fix that later. All right, then for magic loop, you're going to bring all 6 stitches down to the cord and separate them in half, 3 on each side, pulling the loop until you get the needle tips back towards the stitches. I'm going to be working on these stitches first, so they're going to be the ones on up to the tip of the needle. Then I'm pulling the working tip back, and look at that, I didn't get the division, no problem, just move that one stitch back over to the right side. Okay, now we got to get ready to do the first round. Most patterns will call for a first round that is plain knit, and that's what we're going to do. It kind of secures the cast on. So 1, 2, 3. Then we've got to get the other stitches up to our left needle tip so that we can work them. Pulling that working tip out so that it's free and clear to move around. And the second 3 stitches. Okay. Now, whatever the pattern tells you to do on the second round, of course you're going to. I'm going to set this up like a square. So I need to have 12 stitches. I'm going to pull the tail over here so that it's out of my way. You can weave that in with a tapestry needle later if you need to. I'm going to double up my stitches so that I've got 12 stitches. 3 of each of these stitches will be placed in one section. I'm going to do that with markers because I'm using the magic loop. I'm going to knit one, and then I'm going to make one right next to each stitch that I knit. Sorry, a little tricky. You can also do knit front and back for your increases if it's easier. Sometimes this first round it's a little tricky. And it's a little bit bumpy, but it truly won't show that much. There's the second knit. I'm sorry, the second make one. The third knit. And then this, where we need to make the third make one is going to be between the needles. So I just picked that up with my left needle tip and did a make one. So that's our first needle. And now we've got 6 on there. We doubled those up. Now we need to double up the other 3. Pushing these up in the beginning is a little tricky. Right. So second needle. Oops, sorry. Magic loop went crazy. Knit one. Make one. Knit one. Make one. Knit one. And then we're going to get our last stitch. Now it looks like there's a little bit of a hole here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my needle tip in there. and do the final make one. All right. Now, so you've got a circle which will become a square because of the future increases that are worked in the pattern. I'm going to slide them down to the loop so that you can see that it's a circle. Kind of tricky. There you go.